Welcome. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. We're doing a free jersey giveaway. All you have to do is be a subscriber. That's all you have to do. Just be a subscriber. We're going to do a free jersey giveaway on March 1st. I will be telling you guys what that jersey is. It'll be a signed jersey. All right, we are doing free agent running backs. We're going to be going through the top four free agent running backs, where their landing spots are, where they're ranked in Dynasty. Will that go up? Will that go down? A couple of different other things as well. The first one we're going to go with is the biggest name. And it's the biggest name by far. It's the only running back that's in the top 20 ranked in Dynasty ADP currently. It's Aaron Jones. He's right now RB11, which is super high up there. I personally wouldn't have Aaron Jones that high. I understand he's had two top 10 finishes in his career, but I mean, we are talking about a player that's definitely going to have a dip because he's not going to be in Green Bay. But we look at some of the running back option choices and fits for Aaron Jones. There's four of them for him specifically, and you're going to hear some of the same landing spots for some of these players, but it's going to be Jets, Dolphins, Bucks, and Bills. And so the biggest one that I think, or the one that I would like the most, of course, is probably the Dolphins landing spots. One of the top landing spots for a running back. And you're going to hear that spot a lot with a lot of the rookie running backs. But they have the money enough to sign Aaron Jones here, especially sign him for a good 3-4 year contract. And that'd be the only spot where I think RB11 would be justified. The Jets, Bucks, and Bills are good spots, and I think that he would be utilized less of what he was now. I mean, they're going to give him good money, but I also see that he is one of those running backs. This is where you want to start selling on, because his value and stuff is going to start dipping. You compare him to where he's being around. If you're looking at Clyde Edwards-Helaire, the two rookies that I super love, which is Najee Harris, Travis Etienne, and even Javonte Williams. And you're even looking at running backs like Swift and Gibson and James Robinson and Mixon, like all those running backs I'd rather have than Aaron Jones here. And that's why Aaron Jones, we knew his value was going to be awesome when he was in Green Bay, but his value was definitely going to dip. And he's 21st overall, so if you're in a 10-team or 12-team startup, you're looking at a top 2-round pick right now. You're looking at a back end, you're drafting, let's see, in the first you're probably drafting McCaffrey, and then you're drafting Aaron Jones, or you're drafting, again, Barkley or Jonathan Taylor or something along those lines, and you're drafting Aaron Jones. I just don't like that overall strategy and overall scheme. I'd rather have a lot of different other players than Aaron Jones there. But the second running back on the list, if I had to pick where Aaron Jones goes, I'm going to say he goes to the Bucs. I'm going to say he goes with Tom Brady, and they're going to utilize him and Rojo. He's going to be in the Fournette plus role, aka he's going to be utilized like Fournette, but they're going to utilize him better than Fournette was utilized, because Fournette is a lot less talented at this point in his career than Aaron Jones. But Chris Carson, I know somebody just asked me, where do you think he lands? Well, these are some of the spots he could land: Bills, Jets, Falcons, and then back with the Seahawks. The only reason why he could go back with the Seahawks is because they need a lot of help. Realistically, they have Rashad Penny, and their cap room is horrible, and that's the only reason why, not the only reason, but there's a lot of reasons why I think that Seahawk fit would not happen unless Carson drastically cuts his money. But where I could see him realistically going is like Jets or Falcons. And the scenario that I see him in, so you guys can understand, right now he's RB23, which I think is too high again, and 64th overall, is I could see him in the Mark Ingram role as Baltimore, where Chris Carson's going to be there, but a rookie is also going to be there. And that would be Falcons or Jets. I could see him being there, and Javonte Williams, Najee Harris, Travis Etienne being the other running back that goes to the Jets or Falcons with him. And Carson is just there as a body to use up carries. He's going to be utilized. He's going to be decently efficient. And you could see him with 500 yards on the year and 600-700 yards on the year and be like, oh, that was pretty good. But his 2021 year is going to be where he has the only value left in his tank. He's getting closer to the 30 age here. So, I mean, we're starting to see where those running backs start to hit the decline. And he's had a lot of injuries on his list as well. And he's, of course, recovering from injuries. Another player that I think is going to be in that exact same role, where you're going to have him be a player that is going to be probably utilized as some carries, but not be a full-time starter, is going to be Kenyan Drake. He's right now RB25. So these two RBs, I wouldn't even have in the top 30 because I do see their value dropping dramatically here. Because, again, I see him as a Cardinal, Bucks, Jags, or 49ers. And some of those running back fields already have good running backs. I could see him going to the 49ers and being into that Mostert, Jeff Wilson Jr. Like, I could see him just being utilized a part of that offense. And again, being in an RBBC, which is a running back by committee. We also have him. He could be a Buck. He could go there with, again, Rojo and you be utilized more as the pass-catching back. He could be a Jag and really be a B to James Robinson's A, which I wouldn't mind that at all. I mean, James Robinson, you could see he broke down during the year. He started falling apart because they utilized him like 99% of the snaps. I don't know what the exact percentage is. It was way up there. It was like the most running back snaps. He just didn't come off the field. And they need somebody to come in there and take 20, 30% of the carries and snaps and receptions away from James Robinson, which is a good thing. It is a good thing. We want that. I mean, only Christian McCaffrey is the one that's out there 99% of the time. We want James Robinson to be utilized, be efficient, and we want him to last the year. We don't want you to not have a running back for the fantasy playoffs because he keeps breaking down. And you can even see McCaffrey's now getting hurt with all these different things. Usage is important, but we don't want usage at like 99% because those running backs fall apart, is what I'm saying. And then, so where I could see Kenyan Drake realistically going, and he could go back to the Cardinals, but just looking at this, I could see him going. It's going to be probably the 49ers. I could see the 49ers-ish. Depends on what they do with that. I mean, they could not have, they're trying to trade for a quarterback. They want Garoppolo out of there. So, but I could see like a 49ers situation where Kenyan Drake's value just plummets and all of a sudden you're like, wow, I really missed out on trading him. So I would trade him now. Fournette was running back 29. Again, not a top 30 running back in my mind. I really hammered on not liking Fournette for the last like year and a half. And I still don't like him. My mind hasn't changed. But the options here are Falcons, Steelers, and Seahawks. Again, kind of big, powerful running teams besides the Falcons. But Steelers and Seahawks kind of have that same motto. And so, again, if he becomes a Steeler or he becomes a Seahawk, I don't think he becomes the sole running back there. At least long term. 2021, he could be, and maybe his value actually goes up because they don't have, Seahawks are missing picks. Steelers, do they draft another running back with them, or do they just try to patch it in with Benny Snell? I don't think so because you see the Steelers' window gap here of winning a championship and taking a load off of Big Ben's shoulder is a very short window here. So I do think they draft a running back as well. So ultimately, Fournette, I could also see kind of as a Falcons backup, similar to the Chris Carson, like where they're both going to be there, but they're not going to be there long. They're not there for the long term part of it, and B, they're not there to be the sole starter. They're there to be the bridging gap while the rookie gets accustomed. I mean, that's what we thought Marlon Mack was going to be before the injury to Jonathan Taylor. That is the situation that we're looking at. I know that was a long-winded roundabout to say that these four running backs are all probably sell nows if you can because their values are probably dipping. And if they do spike when the trade happens because they go, oh my goodness, Fournette and the Falcons, like, oh, he could be a starter, that he has great opportunity. Sell, because all of a sudden then April comes around and then they draft Javonte Williams and then it's like, oh my goodness, he's maybe not the starter. Maybe we screwed up. So, again, this is Marcus with Dynasty Football Dads. We do daily Dynasty videos. Please subscribe and we will tell you what the free signed jersey giveaway is here on March 1st. All right, peace out. See you tomorrow.